How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be reviewing a Haiboxing HBX 18859. This is a 1/18 scale off-road truck, four-wheel drive. It's offered by Haiboxing. It's ready to run. It runs on a 2.4 gigahertz frequency. Qualified shocks, adjustable rings, ball bearings, a brushed motor, gift gear transmission, and waterproof electronics. I have not taken it out of the box yet. I have not looked at it. The only thing I know about it is just some videos, short videos I've seen online of people reviewing it also. So some of the highlights of it: it's a four-wheel center drive shaft drive gear differential, 2.5 gigahertz authentic independent suspension, anti-skid high grip tires, metal drive shafts, soft pack LiPo battery, so that's pretty neat. And then it says here a headlight LED as a free present, so it'll be pretty neat to see. But let's go ahead and get it out of the box and see what comes with it. I've heard a lot of good things. Only heard positive things about this truck, so I'm excited to see if it lives up to the hype and just how good it really is. Anything else in there?
No.
Okay. Alright, so right off the bat, got a pretty beefy instruction manual. It's got some exploded views, so that's nice. If you're ever needing to get parts, you've got all the part numbers of all the components. That's really nice. A couple different languages. Maybe French, German, and English section. Tells you how to install the headlights. Troubleshooting section. Just typical details about the truck. Instructions are in black and white. Not a big deal, but excellent. So not much to read about for the English version. Alright, so that's pretty nice. Hold on. I really like how in the instructions they've got exploded views of everything, so if you do have to work on it, and then the part numbers of all the components, so that's really nice. Big plus there. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and, so out of the box, nice blue body. I think in previous versions there were different body models available that came with it from all I've seen online, and this one here you've got one body choice. So blue body, there's a body protection film on it. That's awesome. This is a really neat feature I really like. It is the little pull tabs on the body clips. Sometimes those can be a hassle of getting those clips out, especially on these smaller clips. So that's a really nice thing Haiboxing did. We'll set this off to the side for now and just see what all else is in the box before we start getting into the truck. Really nicely packaged. I got everything. The remote there. Alright, so nothing in the box. Put that off to the side, Gavin. I got my helper here with me today. Something else that's in the box is a warranty card, 6-month free parts warranty. valid 15 days after receiving the product. That's already expired for me. Coupons are promotion codes for the next purchase, so that's nice. Little welcome message here for the customer. So that's excellent. Got a US phone number here. And then really neat little decal sheet that comes with it. Some stuff for the lights, grills, headlights, some other decals, race strut. So excellent.
I threw the box away. They're in the
Okay.
box.
One thing about this controller, and I knew this just from the other videos I've seen, it's a controller that's definitely built more for smaller hands. It seems kind of light, plasticky. I'm used to having the controller with the battery compartments that gives you a little bit more to hold on to there. That's just personal preference though for myself, not a negative for this vehicle. But so that's something that I kind of prefer, but this is what comes with it. We have a slow and a normal setting for speed, and then a steering reverse setting there. One thing I'm noticing is the switches are kind of inside of the remote, so a little hard to get into, but not too bad. The steering switch is kind of, there we go, it's really kind of down in there. You got to reach in for it. But you got setting for to set the steering, to adjust the steering servo. That's nice. On-off switch. A nice steering wheel. Seems like it's very responsive, and of course the trigger. Battery compartment is on the bottom. Looks like it takes maybe 2 AA cells. Go ahead and set that off to the side. And let's see what we get in the bag that comes with it. Let's go ahead and dump these out. There is your LiPo battery, 7.4 volt, 850 milliamp hours, so 2S I believe, and got a Dean's plug for your connector and your balance port. Dean's plug I'm glad to see, because that's kind of it's a popular connector, so a lot of things will take Dean's plug. You got an extra set of 4 clips, again with the tabs, and then your charger. I want to take a look at this charger. So it's got USB port, plug into the charger, and then I guess there is your balance port, plug into, and I guess you have to supply your own charger, because nothing, I'm not seeing anything on the charger itself except the balance port. So that's something that I guess you have to supply yourself. I'll have to look into the manual and see if I'm missing something, but that's really odd that it doesn't come with its own Dean's plug charger. So I'll look into that here in a little bit and see if I can't see what's going on there. Luckily I do have a Dean's port charger, so we will be able to run this later. Hey, buddy.
There's more of these in there.
Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the body without taking things off. So nice truck. Underneath, it looks like it takes Phillips screws for the most part instead of the hex screws. Not a big deal. That's just preference for me, but responsiveness of the springs. Seems like it's it bottoms out quite a bit. out of the box. I would assume the springs are friction shocks. The shocks are friction instead of oil filled. But actually, nice responsiveness though from the shocks. So let's go ahead and take the body off and go under the hood. See exactly what it looks like underneath. Okay, so here's our receiver. Antenna. That's where the motor is plugged into, is right here. It's got a heat shield on it, so that's good. Warning burn hazard, or heat sink, I'm sorry, not heat shield. It's got a heat sink on it, so that's good. This is how you power on and off. It's got a little button off to the side here. Your battery sits here, so it does come with 2 batteries. It's good. And a Velcro hold down strap, which is very nice. Second battery there. So it comes with 2 batteries. Servo. And let's see here. I'm wondering if this can be upgraded though. If you ever decided to upgrade, I'm sure you'd be able to find, especially with the mini trucks and buggies that are starting to get popular. I'm sure if you ever wanted to upgrade this, it looks like you have plenty of room in here to do that if you'd like. The chassis pan looks like it does have a lot of room. See the metal drive shaft going through the center. Here's your little headlights. And your steering links. Right here, your metal drive shafts in there. The arms. And it looks like for 1/18, the arms look like they're should be pretty good. Won't know until we get them out there. Not really a racing setup, as you can't adjust the cambers. Not a big deal, but just some of the things I look at. Shocks look like they are adjustable. They do have the threaded rings in there to be able to adjust them, so you can adjust your ride height that way. Shocks are really responsive though. I am kind of surprised with that, just being friction shocks. So excited to see how that goes. So the headlights come in here, and there is a plug to provide. Okay, the headlights come back here to the receiver, or is that to your steering servo plugs in there? There are wires heading up. I wonder if they tie off in here somehow and the headlights come out to a port right here. Not exactly sure how that is. I will look into that here in a little bit, but out of the box, it seems like a pretty good little truck. Let's go ahead and get the batteries charged up, and we will take it outside for a spin. For the video, I don't have, the only thing comparable I have to compare it against is a 1/16 tack-on Valor. So I plan on running this at the same time just to see, just to get a little comparison side by side. The HBX is 1/18, tack-on is 1/16, so somewhat comparable. I kind of know how this runs already. I'll probably have my boy run that, and I'll run the HBX, and then let him run the HBX and try to get a little more run video from it. So let's go ahead and get the batteries charged up, take them outside, and see how they run. Okay, I found for the battery, I was reading through the instruction manual, it charges through the balance port here. So you don't need an external or another Dean's plug charger to charge it. It charges through that battery cable, and then the battery itself will charge into the Dean's plug on the car. So now that we got that straightened out, let's take it outside and see how it performs. final word on this HBX truck, I really enjoy it. For the price that you pay for it, it was about $76.99, I believe, on Amazon. It's a lot of fun. It takes a lot of damage. As you can see when we were running over the tree roots out there, this thing was just, it was bouncing all over them, and it kept running. It did a few flips, and as soon as you put it on its wheels, it went. One issue that I did have with it, and I don't know if it's an isolated issue, is whenever we tried the second battery, we were having issues with it out in the driveway. It would seem like it would stop on its own, and all of a sudden it would have like full reverse. I don't know if that's an isolated issue, if that's, I don't think it's with the battery. I just think it's some fluke that happened out there at some point. Because once we swapped out battery to the one we ran in the first video, it ran perfect, no issues. I really like how it's put together. The tires don't have foam in them, and so it seems to spin around quite a bit. It can get away from you. Running out in the stones, it was really squirrely out there. But again, that's loose. That's loose out there. It's going to happen. But once we got it in the grass, it ran perfectly. It ran hard in the grass, so I was really impressed with that. Like I said, it took a beating. I like how how it's put together and how strong it is. This thing is really quick for what it is. I was actually going to compare it to the Tack-On Valor, and I wasn't able to, and this speaks volumes to this truck. The Tack-On Valor from day one, which is a 1/16 four-wheel drive truck, from day one I've had issues with the drive cups breaking on them. I was getting ready to set this up to go out and run it alongside this, and it had a broken cup from the last time we played with it. And I was hitting this HBX harder than what I ever did with the Tack-On Valor, and it still kept going. It was running hard. Really enjoy it. So for what you get with for what you pay, what you get, highly recommended. Really enjoy it. Gavin, what do you think of it?
How the cab you could see in the windshield, how you could see the stuff.
You can see everything in the cab.
And you could see the motor right there.
Talk to the camera. Gavin really enjoyed how it looked, and pulling out the pins and installing the pins was very easy. It was very quick for him to take it off, put it on. I don't think he would be strong enough to connect the battery. The battery with that Dean's plug, it was really tight. So, I mean, a kid can run this, and a kid can have fun with it. He just may need help, a little bit of help setting up and getting everything installed. But he loved it. He was out there running it hard. And you know how kids can run things. They just full throttle sometimes, run into things. And, I mean, this thing took a beating. It kept going. So, final word, very highly recommended. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. So until next time, take care, guys. Thanks for watching.